Kalu, how was your trip to the siege?
We had to time our movements to avoid Harkonnen reconnaissance patrols, but it was well worth the effort. Stilgar asked me to organize the relaying of information between our patrol teams and the siege.
Is there any news on the resumption of spice harvesting?
From what we are told from several sources, Raban has to respect the high quotas governing the harvesting of spice, much more so than during his first term here. He's taking risks. His harvesters are sinking their teeth deep into the desert bed. If it were up to me, I would strike now.
May Liet's prophecy come true, and may our children see Dune's surface covered in water.
Some say that you're the man in the statue.
Chani, I see you've managed to make a workshop.
The plants are beginning to grow. We'll soon have a true insight into Fremen heaven.
Liet Kynes would be proud of you.
To pick up where my father left off with his plantation is one thing. What you're doing quite another. To organize and unite the Fremen is a massive challenge.
Your father saved my life when the Harkonnen launched their offensive. I promise to repay him. Water will flow on Dune.
Water and clear air. Trees as well. I would have loved to see your world.
I can't take you there, so we'll just have to recreate a part of it here.
The water reserves are increasing slowly. We shall be long gone before Dune is fertile.
Look, as long as the Harkonnen don't know about your people's plan, there's every chance that it will succeed.
I have something for you, Muad'Dib. A crease. You already showed your mastery of it against Jamis.
The blade is made from a sandworm's tooth.
One of Shai Hulud's teeth. Yes, only you can carry it. It is the Fremen's secret weapon. Should a stranger see the blade, it will claim his blood. If you lose it, it will automatically self-destruct.
Thanks, Chani.
Ibn Sadus, Abu Subakun, Nar Burka, Al-Takwazunin. Paul, did you have one of those wakening dreams?
Mother, I know we've already talked briefly of these visions. Don't you think it's high time you filled me in?
Destiny's siblings create a web and you see the results. Time and space intersect at these points. The interstellar navigators use spice to work their way through space-time and to pilot their long-distance aircraft. You're equally sensitive to the presence of spice. I'm convinced that it's responsible for your dreams. You can no doubt visualize some key moments whose ending is still undecided.
Are they fragments of the future? Can I change them? Is that the power of Kwisatz Haderach?
Kwisatz Haderach? Excuse me, Paul. I have to mark your sister's memory tests.
Little sister?
Whatever you may think, I am not a little baby. Remember, I was in Mother's womb when she drank the water. I share all the knowledge of the succession of Fremen Bene Gesserit mothers, hers included, Big Brother. Given the scope of what I know, I could easily call you Little Brother.
You've never used an SOS jammer before.
No.
The spear missiles that we deploy are not potent enough to destroy a Harkonnen carriole. Its engines are too big. The only way is to hijack a harvester as it collects spice, and then have it picked up by a carriole. Blocking the sand-removing nozzles turns the harvester into a self-timing bomb, with enough force to destruct the carriole.
I understand the function of the jammer in disrupting the harvester's transmission mechanism and cutting off all communication links, but why the SOS signal?
That's where it gets interesting. When activated, the jammer emits a false distress signal. The carriole comes to the rescue of the harvester, reasoning that it's encountered a sandworm.
Clever. But that implies that the saboteurs only have a limited amount of time to block the sand-removing nozzles.
Every plan has its drawbacks. Here, use it to good effect.
Subach hul kahar, Hara?
Well enough to know that you've come to peer at my pots, Paul Muad'Dib. However, these sandheads have already gobbled up the first batch of Kulan Mishmish.
I have not come for your food. You never told me to whom the Harkonnen armor in your kitchen belongs.
Jamis. He brought it back as a memento of a foray near the Great Shield.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bring that up.
Nobody is to blame for my husband's death. I sometimes think to myself that it was all in vain.
If only I could have avoided it.
I know, Paul. His passing away might well have left me at the mercy of men with completely different characters to yours. I'm fortunate in this respect.
Jamis was a friend. He taught me the value of life.
May God bless you, Paul Muad'Dib. I will say aloud what the others are whispering. I believe you are the Messiah. May the Coriolis spare you.
Have you ever seen a carriole on fire, Muad'Dib? We will make tracks at nightfall. The worm will act as our transport until we get to the ambush point. Has Baron explained how the SOS jammer works?
It jams the harvester's communication network and sends a false SOS to the carriole.
Good. Your mission is split into 3 parts. First, you must climb onto the harvester and hide the jammer. You must tread carefully, as there will be almost certainly a military presence around the harvest area. Stage 2. Once the SOS has been launched, you have to work your way inside the harvester and locate the sand-removing nozzles. These must all be shut down to create the state of overheating. Thirdly...
Let me guess. Escape from the harvester before it is taken away by the carriole. Otherwise, I'll be stuck inside when it explodes.
Your intelligence will only be of any use should you survive. Use this projectile pistol.
Stilgar, don't worry about me.
You're as good a judge of character as your father was.
Abasubakunarporka. Antagosin.